make this trail effect. It's actually the real trail in Blender. And I use geometry node to make this. And so let's begin our tutorial. So let's go to Blender 4.1 and then let's go to geometry nodes and press new, drag this line to make this section bigger. So first step, we need to distribute points on faces. So then we have many points, and I will change the density to 1. And next we will use the set position. No, not this. Set position. Put it here, and then we will use the simulation node. Then we will need a noise to drive this particle, like this. And I will use the map range to change the values of this noise, because it's always 0 to 1. We don't want this. We want it from -1 to 1, because it will move in 6 directions, XYZ and negative XYZ. So let's change the meaning to -1, and this is correct. And we will use the mass node, vector mass. We change it to scale and turn it to 0.5, maybe 0.3 is okay. So, and remember to save them. So this is the basic structure of the first step. We have created the particle and make it move. So let's check it. So it will be like this. And what caused this problem is the noise. The scale is too big. I will change it to 0.5. Let's see the effect again. Yeah, it will be like this. And see, it will be collected into one area and like this, move very slow. So this problem because the noise is always like the value in the space is always the same. So we want to use a seed. The W is a seed. We want to change the seed to make this value always changing in the space, so the particle will move much more randomly. So like this. And I think this may be the scale. I will decrease the scale again, and I will make the vector bigger, maybe 1. So it will be like this. Okay. And next, I will use a join geometry here. Put it here, because there is only one shot particles. We want more. So disconnect this and put it here. Let's see the effect. So I think it's changing much more random and it's jittery. So I will use the mass node here. I will multiply with 0.1. So let's check. So this is better, much better. And we can see that it's always emitting the particles in the same position. So that's not what we want. So I will duplicate the scene time and connect to the seeds here. So this will give us a much more random emitting. So let's check. So much more random. Okay, so this is the first step, and okay, make this section bigger because we want another thing here. We can see that it's always emitting the particles, and the particles will the quantity of particles will grow bigger and bigger. So we want to limit the quantities by the time. So we will use a delete geometry and store name attribute and change it to integer. We will define a time and to delete the geometry by time. So we will use named attribute and change it to integer and t, yes. And we will use a mass. So connect here to here, and we will add the time every frame by 1, yes, to t. And when we delete this, we will use a compare node, and we'll change it to greater than and connect here. So let's see the effect. So I will set the value to be like maybe 30. So let's go to layout and change the effect. See? It's limiting the quantity by time. So, okay. And this whole part, I will call them the emitter. And the second, we will build the trail. And it's very simple. I will show you. We will use a simulation zone, and we will use a join geometry here. Put it here, and connect this to join geometry, and connect here to here. So let's check the effect again. Go to layout. So we can see that there are many points, and this is what we want. We need to duplicate this time because it's emitting, always emitting particles, and I will limit them. Put it here, connect, and I will change the value. If it's greater than 15, I think it's okay. Let's check the effect. So it will be like this. Okay, I don't know if it's right. I don't know if the effect looks good. We will try. So here there is a okay. This step I will join them. I will name it trail. Okay, this is almost there. There is a node very important here. I will change the point to curve here. Connect them. So it will be like a dust, many curves. So here I will use ID. So if we use ID, we can see the right effect. See? But I think the emitter, the vector is too big. I think it's moving too fast. And 0.1, let's try. So it will be like this. Okay. Now I think the time maybe is too small. And at the emitter, in the emitter here, we will always random the time when we delete them. So we will use the random value, maybe 60 to 30. Okay. And here I think the trail is too short. Maybe I will use a random 2, maybe 20 to 40. Okay, let's check the effect again. So I think in the first step, the vector I will make it bigger. So we will just tweak the values. I think maybe the scale is too big. I will reduce that. Okay. Okay, just tweak the value there to what you want. And 0.1 the scale. Okay, I think this may be okay for me. So next step. Okay, I will join this because this is very important. Chill. Important. This is very important. This part. So I will turn the trails into geometry. So I will use curve to mesh. Here, I will use circle. No, not this circle. Okay, and let's check the effect. And I think it's not good because see, the first and the last the radius are the same, and it's not looking beautiful. First we need to fill the caps, and the second we need to set curve radius to make it beautiful. So here, first I will use a spline factor. So, and the second we will use a mass. We'll use a mass. Put it here. 0.5 and change it to multiply. It will be like this. And I think the direction is wrong, so I will change it by RGB curve here. So let's Emitter this. Yeah, this is okay. And I will make this look fat. Yes, this is like a fat fish, maybe like a fat worm. So I think the radius is much too big, 0.5, 0.3. Maybe this is okay. And I will organize this, and this part is to curve to geometry. And next, I will instance an object on the top of this curve. Okay, and this step I will use the instance on point here. And here I will use the icosphere. I will reduce the radius, maybe 0.3, and the subdivision 0. So it will be like maybe like jewelries. So I will here. I will use a join node, join geometry here. Put it here and connect here. So we will see many icospheres. We don't want this, and here we change the radius first. 0.1. And this may be okay. So we can see that it's instancing on every point on this curve. We don't want this, so we will use a node called end point selection. So it will select between the 2 points on the head and the end. So here I will change end point to 0. It will only instance on the head. And I think the radius is much big. So yeah, this is smaller, and I think this is better. And here we can see that maybe it's too small. You can't see very correctly. So here I will use a node here, store name attribute v, because I will store a vector of the velocity here, because I will use it here. I will use named attribute, change it to v, change it to vector, and I will use align L to vector and change it to Z, connect to rotation. So by this method, you can make the sphere always rotating according to the direction. So here, because the I think the icosphere is too small, maybe you can't see that. But if it's big in some effect, you can see that. So here, and I think this is finished. This is, I will rename it instance on head. So last step, I will use the bake. This is important because I'm using my laptop to make this effect. So I need to bake it before render. It will save many calculation cost. So the last step, I will set material for all of them here. So I will change it to a cycle and then turn to GPU and change the max sample to 10 for the viewport, and take the noise and go to shading here and go to world. I will turn off the world light. So let's go to the default material. Here I will name it trail, and the duplicate one I will name it the head. I think the head. Yeah, let's go to geometry node again. Here I will give the head material to it. Here I will go to trail material to it, and please don't mistake that, because it's very important when you are rendering. So let's go to shading, and here I will give head emission, give the head, and the color I give it blue, and for the trail I will reduce the roughness and change the metallic to 1, and see this effect. It's not like what I made, right? I will play it for a while to make it maybe make it yeah, like this. You can just tweak this value according to what you like. So here, the next step, I will use a trick to make it colorful. I use light, so you may guess what I will do. Turn to green, maybe increase the power to 2000, and here we are the light. Yes, here I'll duplicate one, put it here. I will change it to pink. Duplicate one, put it here. I will change it to maybe red. Duplicate one and put it here. Maybe yellow. Duplicate one, put it here, and maybe green, and just duplicate and change the value. It will make it look very maybe beautiful, I think. Let's go to camera. It will be like this, and we go to layout and check here, and you can have more particles to make this effect better, like what I did in the beginning. So I think maybe you can make the trail like a thinner, make the head smaller. It will be better. So this is today's tutorial, and thank you for watching. And if you like my video, please thumbs up, and if you want to see my future videos, please subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. Okay, bye bye.